Good afternoon to all. On behalf of GSS Jain College of Women, I, Yashita Jain from 3rd BSc Computer Science, feel immensely pleasured to host 3 days FDP program on the topic ICT tools on teaching and learning processes. I extend a warm welcome to everyone watching. I believe prayer is the opening of the heart to God as to a friend. Kindly get ready for the prayer. Now, may I request Dr. Indupriya ma'am, Department of Commerce, to give the welcome address and to introduce our today's spokesperson. Please, ma'am.
Yeah, a warm welcome, a very good afternoon to our distinguished chief guest, all the faculty members, and my fellow students. It's my immense pleasure to welcome our today's chief guest, Dr. M. Karthikeyan, SRM Institute of Science and Technology. He has around 14 years of experience in teaching, and he has presented many papers in the conference and various platforms on varied topics. And he had also spread his wisdom of knowledge at various other universities also. We are very happy to have you on this FDP session, sir. We welcome you once again, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Dr. M. Karthikeyan sir to carry on the session further. Please, sir.
Please check, ma'am. Now it is visible. Now it is visible. Ma'am, please check. Now it is visible. Now it is audible.
Yeah, PPT is visible, sir, but your camera is off, I think.
Just a minute, ma'am. Just a minute, ma'am. I will check with that. Yeah, now it is clear. Is it audible? Yashita, is it audible?
Yes, sir, it is audible.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Ashita. Once again, I'm going to start. Thank you, Ashita, for giving this brief introduction, and Indumati ma'am, thank you for it. See, this is what the current scenario which is happening in the ICT tool. That is, we are purely depend on the we are purely depend on the technology. That is, in previous cases, in previous decade and all, right, whatever the thing we want to communicate to the students, or to communicate to any person, we can easily address without the depending on any other personalities. But now, due with the help of a technology, we are purely depend on the technological perspectives. But in one scenario, if it is in sense, in another scenario, it is giving a wide perspective in an advanced growth and growing for the upper community of education. So in this aspects, the main thing is the ICT technology. Okay, in what all the ways now in present, okay, the teaching learning with ICT tools. Now, in this scenario, okay, this technology has been purely cope up to with in 21st century skills. Okay, by way of utilizing these skills, what happens, which helps to assist the teachers to overcoming the obstacles and to become more successful with the technology users. But now, what happens, many people are lack in the technology perspectives, because this is the first time I'm using your software. That is, what you people are using. No, basically what we do, we go with different types of tools for addressing to the students. But this is a new version, so I'm very it is very I need to get more upgradation in the knowledge of in way of communicating to the people. So here what happens, we are purely dependent on the accessibility. That is, the main objective is accessibility and network connection. Though we may think that we have a good frequency level, good, we doesn't know at the time of starting the presentation, right, all of the thing will be get into the clumps. So we once again get a panic, and we had to restart the things. So we required what a huge amount of technical skills and good competency among the teachers. So here, therefore, the main purpose of the study, that is the entire objective of the program, is to analyze the teacher's perception and change challenges faced with the help of using the ICT tools in classroom. See, here we are going to view on three objectives. That is, to identify the teacher's perception in implementing ICT tools in teaching and learning in classrooms. Number two, to determine the challenges of using ICT tools in teaching and learning in classrooms among the school teachers. And number three, the main objective is to identify what extent do the teachers use the ITC tools in teaching and learning in the classrooms. See, these are all the three objectives which will be playing a vital role in way of identifying the future education and identifying the possible challenges to integrating these technologies in schools, and would be an important step for improving the quality of teaching and learning process. If the technologies are effectively followed at, if these objectives and principles are effectively followed at in all schools, and teachers who are teaching, okay, the ICT tool will be enriched and it will be put into use for the students community without any hazard. It will reach the students community without any hazards. So in this content, there is a new theoretical extension of technology of acceptance model. So this is one of the important model where we need to understand what way there are different types of variables which will be playing a vital role in way of ICT tools. So here how it is, the teachers are presented with a new technology, and two key factors influence their decisions from the extended variable around them about how and when they will use it. See, for example, in case of extended variable instance, there will be, as I quoted, there will be a limited accessibility of network connections, because in though we quote that all schools and colleges are providing networks with a high digitalized pattern, whatever may be, but there will be a limitation for each and everything. It will not be go beyond the control out of it. Moreover, the network connection, at any time the network may get into fumble, because during the COVID period, we people are entirely purely depend on the network connection. We took the hand modem, okay, the dongle. We took the hand dongle and we go to the nooks and corners of every rooms where to get the connection in the proper manner. So the main obstacle is the network connection. If we got a good network connection with a proper frequency level, without any abstinence, without any disturbance during their entire session, it will be very good. But what happens, it will not be there. Even now also, when we are starting the program, I faced literally a network scramble. So what happens, I thought I was streaming, but I got a call from the concerned parents, concerned faculty members, taking that still you are on not in online. So it is a wide problem. It is a wide problem. We are purely depend on the network connections. Next, the schools with a limited ITC, not only the schools, the at present we people are facing a limited facilities which has been provided with the help of ITC. That is, though many of the institutions and the organizations or any other group of institutions says that we are highly surrounded with the technological platform, but if they ask them true, it is not true, because the people may have a literal obstacles in way of overcoming the competencies. That is, the entire perspective is, yeah, people who wants to give training how to utilize the technological pattern, they are lack in way of using the training because of what, limited time. That is, we are rush upping with the curriculum, we are rush upping with the classes, we are rush upping with each and every thing on their day-to-day activities, but that leads us to what, lack of effective training. So because of the lack of effective training, whatever the tools which may be implemented also, we are unable to utilize them. That is, these are all the things which creates a lack of teachers competencies, though the teachers were very skilled, okay, but if they are unable to use this type of competencies to overcome the challenges, they may feel the difficulties in way of using the TAM model. That is, TAM in sense what, technology acceptance model. Next is perceived usefulness. See, the other way is called as what, perceived usefulness. It represents what? It represents the degree to which they believe that using the particular technology would enhance their job performance. We people see, guys. My dear fellow colleagues. There are n number of softwares which has been came into the market which helps to reduce the human manpower. Even now the human HR analytics, fintech, all different types of softwares which have been came into the market, and which at the time of initial stage, what they said, this is one of the most important software which will be playing a vital role, and which helps to reduce the typographic error, okay, which helps to reduce the arithmetic error. Only for these circumstances alone, these type of softwares which has been implemented, and the most important thing is to storage of a data. So here we can view some of the key elements of the teachers who perceived the usefulness of ICT tools. That is, work more quickly. That is, with the help of PowerPoint presentations, with the help of high definitive videos. Okay, we can reach the audience very easily. We can approach the audience very easily. Our students community will be getting the major benefit out of it very easily. Instead of delivering the lectures, instead of making them to understand the particular lecture, so we can portray in the video visualized format. It will reach the students community easily. For example, the latest Amazon FIFO LIFO models, okay, which has been used with the help of ITC. It will be useful for the entire students community with the help of delivering it on easiest manner. Next, number 2 is job performance. That is, without an error free, okay, without an error free, that is a knowing unknowing error free, we can perform the job with the effective manner. So which helps to reduce the which helps to reduce all those errors, okay, which helps to reduce all those errors and put what the opposition is required. So that is one. And number 3 is increased productivity. So with the help of this particular ICT tool, right, the productivity, it will be reaching the mass crowd. That is why the political parties, okay, all the political parties during the election campaigns, during the result analysis, the media will be using this type of technology to showcase the end users, to portray the end users, though they know or they don't know, by way of focusing or with the help of pictorial representation, they will be knowing what is the concept which has been prevailed. So even in all sort of things, okay, by way of even the technology which is used in cricket matches, the scoring card, the projected rate, and digital review systems, these are all the things which helps the audience to understand the things very carefully, very easily, okay. That leads to what? Effectiveness, that is, in case of a teaching methodologies, by way of using this sort of tools, which reduces the time of the teachers, and with the help of delivering a lot to the students community without any hazards. So these things will be enhanced together, which will be coordinated with the teachers community, so that it will reach to the students effectively. The next important thing is what we are going to view on this, that is easy to use. Okay, easy to use. See how it represents the degree to which they believe that using a particular system would be free from effort. That is, by way of delivering or addressing, even our excellencies, prime minister or president, whenever they are going for any sort of meeting, there will be a digitalized system will be there in the near to their podium, but the oppositions cannot view it, but they can view it. So it is free from the effort. Instead of taking the study material, instead of taking the material to the classes, so with the help of these tools, right, which helps to reduce their time. And number 2, it also identify the number of factors which is relating to easy of use of ICT, the wide range of skills and competency which the teachers felt that they need in order to find ICT easy to use. So how it is, that is the major thing is easy to learn. Okay, the main objective is by it is very user friendly. The only one thing is that it is purely a digitalized platform where if you want to, if you know the basics out of it, where we can stick on easily and we can run the show very effectively. So easy to learn, which will be providing a lot and lot of information. Once we gather the entire information on it, we can easily work on it and we can come out to the solutions without any disturbance. But only one thing, by way of using this ICT tools, we need to be very cautious and we need to maintain the strong internet connectivities. Next. In this case, it will be a clear and understandable, and whatever the presentations we are given, right? So it should be reach the end users, which the end users should always be aware on the whatever the deliverables we are delivering on it. If it is easy to understand, then the concept and methodologies will be clear, so that they will not forget at any time or any causes. So that is number two. And easy to use instance, this it is a carry way model, where we can use this type of a process at any time and any place, whenever it is required. And controllable, here the major important thing, the controllable can be done only by the persons who is holding the entire keys. That is, keys here stands for the person who is giving an accessibility to deliver it. So for example, even in the COVID period, right, many of the faculties have handled the classes on Zoom or any other mode of platforms to the end users. So what happened, there will be more number of obstacles, that is more unauthorized persons will be, by way of clicking our ID, the many of the unauthorized persons will be entering into the classes and making a hell a lot of disturbance. But in this case, there will be, if there is any key, if there is any controllable activity, the certain restrictions will be given to the particular places, so which will be reduce the entire actions. So the next is here, the attitude towards the use. That is here, in this case, with the help of this particular type of a tool, the teacher's positive or negative feeling about performing or target behavior. Here, I mentioned the target behavior as a using a system. That is, if we are comfortable with the using the system, it will be good. If you are not in sense, ultimately that creates a negative feeling among the teachers. So here, the teacher's attitude, too many of these factors will depend upon how easy to perceive using the ICT tools, to be on the personal level, as well as the teaching in the classrooms. That is, here the main attitude of the teacher is, if they feel that is they are comfortable. Because if for many of the teachers, including me, if you take if I want to represent in front of the forum, it will be quite easy and comfortable instead of going with this type of a tool and measures in way of delivering all sort of lectures, because we doesn't know how far it will be reachable to the audience. But the only in previous slide I have said that it will reach the mass crowd, it may reach. But here we need to understand how they understand, how the audience took in the correct manner, in what way, and in what way the audience can understand what we have communicated. So that is the most important thing with the help of this. Next is behavioral intention. So, the degree to which the teacher has formulated the conscious plans to perform or not to perform some specified future behavior. That is, we may doesn't know. See, even in the session also, I can. You people can see the spectator, I cannot see the spectators, or I cannot understand what is their reactions, how far, whether it is good, whether it is bad, whether the concepts can be understandable. I may not be in position to go for it, because it is not in the mode where I can view the eyes of the spectators, where I can see the spectators, whether it is can be reached in a proper way or not. So the behavioral pattern which will be playing a vital role in way of identifying which factors which will be identified. The next thing is social influence process. So the subject here, it indicates what? Here it indicates the subjective norm, whether it is going on the subjective manner, and voluntariness, that is voluntariness in sense, uh, how far it is, because when we prepare the syllabus, or when we prepare the question bank, or when we prepare the lesson of notes, whatever may be, but it should be a voluntary, based on the voluntariness, whether it will be suitable to my audience, whether it can be understandable to my audience, whether the session will be, because that is why in many of the ppts, right, by way of portraying the digital, by make them to sit and make them to convince. But if there is no content, without the content, if there is any visible visualization, it will not reach the entire mass audience. So here the social influence process which will be playing a vital role on it. Next is job relevance and output quality, the result of demonstratability. That is, in case many of the software companies are coming into the each and every organization, stating that we are expertised in this. Even if you take quick learn, there is a software which helps to compare, which helps to hold the entire folder of the student data. Okay, student data, right, from whatever the marks they received, whatever what is the all the students data which can be fed into the quick learn portal, whether how far it is reliable, if there is any software crash, what will be arise. So these are all the things we need to think, and we need to identify whether it will be useful or it will not, whether it is relevant or irrelevant. So, as a determinants of perceived usefulness of a usage intentions, these type of a tools which gives a major benefit to the end users. Major most important thing is it enables the use of innovative educational resources. Important thing with the help of a ICT. I repeat, it enables the use of innovative educational resources. That is, for example, with the help of a tab, with the help of other electrical other mobile devices, we can easily conclude we can bring the flow chart. For example, if you take CAD, if you take CAM, okay, these are all the softwares which is in the civil engineering or mechanical engineering. These are all the things which will be helpful to identify the resources, make them to understand easily, make them to get the things very easily. That is the most important thing of ICT. But here we failed, that is the not failed, here the faculties and the other community peoples, they required a lot of trainings to overcome this type of concepts. Okay. Next thing is establishing more active collaboration of students and simultaneous acquisition of technological knowledge. So the we need to give training to the students communities. We need to give training to the users, so that if the things have been done in the effective manner, the knowledge are they can upskill their knowledge, and they prolong for the entire things. But if we are people failing on it, and this thing which cannot be discoverable, and it will not reach the end users effectively. So here some of the challenges. These challenges, that is challenges using ICT in teaching and learning, that is limited accessibility and network connection. So how far it will be, that is many of the colleges who are in the rural areas, okay, who are in the rural areas, still now they are following the similar type of the board pattern systems in way of delivering the lecture systems. But in many of the colleges or schools which are using this type of a software. With the help of a software, they are being very strong also. If there is any network connectivity, if there is any network connectivity, or if there is any accessibility, ultimately that leads to a huge chaos. So this thing should be eradicated. Next is the school with the limited technical support. Obviously what happens, the school may have a limit scare of data resources. I meant school in sense what, the entire institutions or any schools or colleges or anything, any divisions, okay, which will be having a limited support. They will not give an access for the open support, okay. So if it is so, what happened, it gives a huge cash factor system, in sense where we cannot manage the things effectively. And lack of training, that is here, though it may be for the teachers or any teachers or community peoples, okay, they are the lack, they are very lack in way of training to make the skills very effectively. With the help of these type of tools, what happens, to enhance the optimize the delivery of informations. If there is any lack of training, our communication, our deliverables which cannot be reached to the audience effectively, then another most important thing is the lack of teachers competencies, in sense, in what way they can deal on it, okay, how they can cope up the things. These are all the things which will create a lack on teachers competencies. Moreover, it also improves the employee communication systems, and it also automates the business operations and enhance the transparency of your projects. So these are all the most important thing, where the ICT will be playing a role in it. The last thing is, before to that we will wind up, that is, there are 10 advantages, okay, there are 10 advantages which can be useful for the effective teaching purpose. Number one is to enhance the modes of communications. That is the most important thing, that to enhance the modes of communications. And number two, cost efficient. These two things which will be playing a vital role on it, okay. And number three is paperless. That is, whatever, with the help of this ICT tools, we are very paperless, and we carry a laptop or tab for the communication purpose or teaching practices. And number four is a better teaching and learning methods. So with the help of ICT, with these things, with the help of ITC brings the better teaching methodologies and learning objectives very effectively. So it reaches the end users on time without any lag, if the network connectivity is in the proper mode. That is one. And number next is enhance the data and information strategy. That is, in this case of ITC, the information strategy or information security, which will be there, and it will be done with the limited resources. It will not be moved to any other things which will be giving hazard to the entire community process. Next is minimize the cost and save time. Okay, with the help of using ICT, the cost is minimum, and it also saves times for the huge things. And easy students management. We can easily identify the data, how for the students personalities which has been attended for each and every class sessions. And moreover, with the help of these type of using the student management with the help of ICT, it helps to reduce the evaluation and improve the efficiency of their learning methods. So these are all the 10 uses of ICT education and the tools how we can implement on it. So this is a two questions what I have been given. If it is possible, any of you can please answer. What are all the perceptions in implementing ICT tools in teaching learning in classroom among the teachers, and what are all the challenges of implementing ICT tools in teaching and learning in classrooms among teachers? So from your end, I require to know these things. Yash, people? Any questions?
Okay. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Pushpa Padmavati ma'am, Department of Commerce, to give the vote of thanks.
Everyone. Padmavati, Department of Commerce, Shift 2, take the privilege to propose vote of thanks on this wonderful occasion. I sincerely thank our Honorable Principal Dr. M.K. Malati and Honorable Secretary Dr. Gautam P. Vaid for their continuous support and guidance in organizing this program. I take the privilege to express my gratitude to our Chief Guest Dr. Karthikeyan for his thought-provoking speech and import of knowledge on usage of ICT tools in teaching and learning process. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time and knowledge transfer. I also thank our coordinators, Dr. Satyapriya, to make this event a possible one. Last but not the least, I thank all the coordinators, faculty members, and participants from other colleges for their virtual presence and making this event a huge success. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I kindly raise for the national anthem.
See, this link is enough, but this is for tomorrow's work. This is for tomorrow's